Yeah.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out. And the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive, and you know, man, he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Don't dub it on, yo. I'm not paying. Challenge.
Well, you get this one, man.
Ain't no jumping out.
When Joe Rogan got his first look at Gervonta Davis's newly added muscle mass right before the Jake Paul matchup, his classic reaction started slipping through. Equal parts genuine surprise and that analytical, almost laboratory-style breakdown he's known for.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patience.
Yes.
Yeah. He finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient.
Right.
Like, when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level. He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds.
Yeah.
Because he just wait, but he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence.
On his show, Joe got straight to the point without any unnecessary softening. After watching Tank's recent workout footage, he said, "That guy looks like he was built inside a powerlifting science lab." And honestly, he has a point. Tank's shoulders are noticeably broader, his traps sitting high and tight like a bull locked in and ready to move. His frame looks significantly heavier than the version we saw fight Ryan Garcia. Then Rogan started breaking things down the way only he knows how, talking through how carrying that extra muscle might affect Tank's explosive power, and that his punching speed and hip rotation could actually increase rather than drop off.
Interesting, right? Like, you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people.
Yeah.
You know, so it's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of like real boxing purists. It's like, you can't rely on that style.
Right.
He's got to be busier. When he gets to the best guys, it's not going to work out. Like, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because there's so many good guys.
But the most interesting part came when Rogan compared Davis to a compact version of Mike Tyson, but updated with today's training methods. He described Tank as someone built to explode rather than just outpoint opponents. He also took a lighthearted shot at Jake Paul, saying, "If Jake thinks this version of Tank is showing up to win on the scorecards, he's completely wrong. That guy is showing up to finish things early." You could feel Joe's genuine appreciation for the hard work. He clearly enjoys watching a fighter grow. And this new version of Gervonta Davis looks like progress pushed to its limit, not in a banned substance sense, but in the way a fighter reshapes himself to make a statement. Joe wrapped it up perfectly. This isn't Tank Davis version 2. This is Tank Davis set loose.
You know, he got the skills, the power, he got the ring IQ to do good, but we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, he's also wild. He's a wild fella, so he's fun to watch. You know, he's just a crazy dude. You know?
Yeah, coming from Baltimore, man, I think that's just his upbringing as well. You know, product of his own environment.
Yes, for sure. He's just so unique in his approach. Like, you know, he doesn't fight like anybody else.
Now, right after Joe Rogan finished breaking down Tank's heavier frame and basically calling him a modern-day Mike Tyson pushed to the next level, we shift over to Wade Plemons' analysis. And that's where things get even more interesting. You get the sense that none of this is just for show. They're putting together a real game plan. Calvin Ford is working the corner like a scientist with a notebook, studying every little habit Jake Paul has, every single thing that could potentially cause trouble for Tank. This isn't just light practice. This is Tank honing his tools, mapping out angles, and getting his head into a zone where the only possible result is total control.
The least serious you take Jake, and I've said this about everybody that's fought him, the ones that don't take him serious, the ones that say he's a YouTuber and everything else, they end up losing, or they end up looking like, oh, wait a second, this guy was a little better than I thought. They end up either getting taken by surprise or actually sometimes losing because they don't realize that Jake actually takes it serious. So this is good to hear. Just already right off the rip, they were already doing something.
Surprise. So tell me, when did you hear about this?
They've been going back and forth for years, Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner, you know what I'm saying? But we have hiccups in life.
And look, when I say Tank is going after the midsection without letting up, I don't mean just wearing Jake down with cardio shots. I'm talking about breaking him apart piece by piece, making each step forward feel like moving through thick syrup. But here's where it gets brutal. Watching this footage, you realize Tank isn't just bigger, stronger, and quicker. He's also more intelligent. Ford's instruction isn't about telling Tank to throw wild haymakers. It's a strategic battle. How do you make a heavyweight give up something every time he tries to use his reach advantage?
A guy that's targeting the body, and it's the best thing that Tank could do for this fight. I mean, trying to go headshot for headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably Jake's 7 inches taller than he is. I'm assuming he's going to have a bit of a reach, even though Tank has a kind of freakish reach for his height. I don't think that's a great idea. And again, you're at eye level with Jake's belly button damn near. So you're going to have to be able to land shots right there on the waistline. And it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there, you have to attack.
I can picture it clearly now. Tank's repeated shots cracking off Jake's body, Jake's guard sinking lower, and before long we're talking about late round exhaustion with an opening appearing. You and I both understand that if Tank lands that kind of clean work, it won't just slow Jake down, it'll completely change the direction of the entire matchup. And the ironic part? Everyone keeps calling this an exhibition sideshow, but these training clips make it clear Tank is approaching it like a championship fight. Because when Calvin Ford is in your corner, fear becomes nothing more than something else to sharpen your edge with. Get ready, because this isn't Tank putting on a show for Netflix. This is Tank planning a full takeover. And make no mistake, he's fully prepared to expose every weakness in Jake's defense.
Ridiculously hard for Tank to actually knock Jake out. That's like 70-pound difference, 60-pound difference. That means something. And Jake's not some guy that's never thrown punches. He's a relative novice when it comes to, skill level that Tank has, but still, he knows how to protect himself. And again, his body structure allows for some mistakes to happen that he wouldn't have to pay for like he would if he was 135 pounds. Point being, I would be impressed, if Tank knocked him out cold or dropped him with something, hurt him.
Right when we thought Calvin Ford's blunt honesty couldn't get any more intense. Here comes Lamont Roach Sr. dropping straight business world criticism on Gervonta Davis's career decisions. The man didn't even throw a single punch. He threw paperwork instead. He basically said Tank skipped a rematch and ran straight to Netflix, as if to say, forget loyalty, I'm chasing views. And honestly, I can't even pretend otherwise. This Jake Paul matchup feels like boxing took a wrong turn straight into a YouTube thumbnail. Just picture trying to explain this to an old school boxing fan. Yeah, man, Tank Davis is fighting the guy who used to pull pranks inside a Target store.
It's not good. It's not good for the sport. A lot of people say, oh, money this and money that, but you got to do business the right way. You know what I'm saying? You got guys on that other side, especially fighters that take time out of their life, train, get their coaches, their sparring partners, they go different places, travel. They invest a lot of times in their career, and it's a lot. So, when they get back, they get news like that, it does not receive well. So, But we solid. We're going to stand 10 toes down, man, and we're going to see what's next for us.
But here's where it gets amusing. Roach said it plainly. You can't just walk away from a business commitment and leave for a bigger payday. And I'm sitting here thinking, good luck telling that to half the entertainment industry and every social media personality who's ever put on boxing gloves. Still, he makes a fair point. If Tank really did drop that rematch in favor of fighting Jake Paul, that's equivalent to skipping the NBA Finals to play in a celebrity 3-on-3 game. Sure, you'll cash a big check, but your legacy will be giving you a hard stare. Now don't get me wrong, Jake Paul has legitimate punching power. But Tank is built like a compact explosive with gloves on. This isn't about making content. This is about ending a career. And if Jake steps into the ring thinking this is just another influencer showcase, he's about to find out fast that Tank doesn't do partnership deals. He delivers consequences.
Tank is just so much more better than Jake Paul. And some people feel, well, Jake Paul is this big heavyweight that punches hard and Tank's going to find out, you know. I mean, do you feel like this is going to be an actual real fight just underneath the term exhibition? And do you see the fight playing out when someone gets hurt?
I don't even want to talk on that fight, me honest. I can care less about what it is. It's an exhibition, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. He ducked that work. Yeah. He ducked that work.
And just after Lamont Roach Sr. finished calling out Tank for ignoring basic business principles, his son Lamont Roach Jr. stepped in and laid into the whole situation like someone who's completely over being nice. He said outright what everyone has been quietly thinking. Tank didn't just avoid the rematch. He veered straight into the Jake Paul spectacle as if it were a music festival. But the best part? Roach called it exactly what it is, with a sense of disbelief. Like, picture spending your entire career training for a world title, only to watch the guy who beat you jump into an influencer fight, where the biggest topic of conversation is the size of the gloves. You can actually feel Roach's frustration coming through. This man wanted a real battle in the ring, not Tank chasing online views for Netflix.
I get that rematch fight versus Gervonta after this fight.
Who knows? He said he's retiring. I believe him. Honestly, I think he's scared. So if he's going to retire, I believe he's going to retire.
You think you'll retire after the exhibition match?
I think so.
Why do you say that?
Because we get scared.
And look, I understand the appeal. The Jake Paul fight has dollar signs spinning around it like a Vegas slot machine hitting a jackpot. But a lasting reputation doesn't live on TikTok. If Tank really walks away from boxing after this matchup, that's like a superhero quitting in the middle of a series just because the merchandise sold out. Think about it. Jake Paul carries 200 pounds of social media entertainment, while Tank is built like a human guided weapon. This fight is either going to be the quickest main event in recent memory or the biggest marketing success story since Logan Paul fought a weather app. Either way, the whole situation feels like boxing switched from HBO-level drama to a YouTube reality series practically overnight. But let's be honest, we're all still going to tune in because when Tank Davis steps into the ring with Jake Paul, you already know something memorable, aggressive, and very, very costly is about to happen.
Jake Paul and Gervonta fight. The weight, the ounces on the gloves, 12 ounce, and then, you know, Calvin was asking to get the 10s. What do you think about that? And people who don't understand that.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about their fight per se. Like, I really don't care. I don't care about their fight.
Here's the strange part. This matchup feels like a social experiment dressed up as a headlining event. You have Jake Paul, the internet's favorite agent of chaos, stepping into the same ring as Gervonta Davis, a fighter who was literally raised in the boxing streets of Baltimore. It's online fame versus true fighter mentality, the algorithm versus the craft itself. And the strange thing is, both sides need each other at this moment. Jake wants to be taken seriously. Tank wants a lasting name beyond the usual boxing world. It's like two different universes crashing into each other just to see which one gives way first. But here's my honest take. If Tank lands a clean shot that puts Jake down, that's not just a knockout, that's a cultural shift. That's the night boxing takes back the internet from the influencers. But if Jake somehow survives, even drags Tank deep into the later rounds, oh man, we might be witnessing the start of the most disliked success story in combat sports history. Either way, this isn't simply a fight. It's a battle over who gets to control the spotlight going forward.
Jake Paul is good enough where people say, oh, he's terrible. Jake Paul is not a world-class fighter. I don't care how a person feel about that. Fighters that started in their formative years, like we did, 8, 9, 10, we got too much time in. Jake will never catch up to that. He'll never catch up to that. We just got too much time in.
And there we have it. One man is chasing greatness. The other is chasing approval. But both are risking everything that defines them. When those gloves connect, it won't simply be a matchup. It'll be the moment boxing discovers whether real skill still beats the algorithm. Because either Tank is about to show the internet what genuine power looks like, or Jake is about to pull off the biggest surprise since McGregor fought Mayweather. So what's your take? Is Tank going to put Jake down faster than hotel Wi-Fi cuts out? Or is Jake truly capable of handling that Baltimore intensity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. debate it, criticize it, defend it. I want to hear all of it. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.